Hey, what's going on? It is yours truly, Timothy J. Jones. And coming up on this edition of the State of the Saints podcast, the New Orleans Saints unveil their brand new helmets. Did they get it right? And also, if this guy behind me used to scare the hell out of you around 10:30 at night, then you know where I'm at.
Thank you for listening to my daddy's podcast. Please subscribe to our channel.
All I got to say is, who that? Hey, what's going on, Who That Nation? It is yours truly, Timothy J. Jones. Let me get myself in focus, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. There we go. There we go. What's going on, Who That Nation? It is yours truly, Timothy J. Jones. And yes, I am the host of the State of the Saints podcast. Gotta let it marinate. Thank you so much for checking out the State of the Saints podcast, where we talk New Orleans Saints. Hope everybody's having a good night so far. And yes, I know it's late, but your boy has some things that he needed to do. But I did want to do a live talking about the topic that has been on the lips and in the tweets and in the videos of the Who Dat Nation. And I'm talking about the New Orleans Saints brand new helmet. And, we got to talk about it. Did the Saints get it right? Did they get it wrong? Want to hear from you all. I'm going to be taking comments a little bit later in the show. But if you're new to the channel, you just stumbled across this beautiful face of mine, hit that subscribe button and let everybody know how much you enjoyed the State of the Saints podcast. We've been doing this for a long time, man. Since 2018, we have been doing podcasts here on this channel, and I appreciate everybody that has been along for the ride. And if you want to jump on and hop on, make sure you hit that subscribe button. But all those that are new and true to the State of the Saints podcast, I need you to do me a favor, man. They trying to hate on your boy. They trying to make it seem like your boy ain't like that when it comes to the podcasting game. But I can tell you this. Hit that like button and show them boys what we all about here on the State of the Saints podcast. They try to doubt your boy, but it's time for them to understand your boy true. And I need you to let them know that I'm true by hitting that like button. But let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and get into it. The Saints' new helmet has been revealed. And as you look at the bottom of the screen, the overlay, you'll see Alvin Kamara in the helmet that is going to be a part of the Saints rotation. The white helmet with the gold face mask. And, Saints fans have been clamoring for this for a very, very long time. And, I just got to say, kudos to the New Orleans Saints organization for getting it right and understanding what the New Orleans Saints mean to the fan base. And, and this has been a design that so many Saints fans have wanted, and they listened. And I guess this is another olive branch. I talked about this on Saints Talk on Bleacher Report earlier this evening. If you're watching this on a Wednesday, I said that the New Orleans Saints seem like they are trying to get back in the good graces of the fan base. And how you do that is sometimes giving the fans what they want. And this white helmet is what the fans wanted. I can tell you what they didn't want. I can tell you what they didn't want. They didn't want them trash ass black helmets that they had in rotation. I believe that Sean Payton was instrumental on that design, but he must have been on his way out the door around that time, because those are some of the worst helmets I have ever seen. and it's so crazy because those helmets are going to be synonymous with Dennis Allen for years to come. Like if the Saints decide that they want to go back to that helmet, nobody is going to be checking for that. That to me is, like the mustard pants they used to wear back in the day. Like nobody want to see them boys in the mustard pants. Like nobody wants to see that. That is going to be what the black helmet is going to be for Saints fans. I mean, they didn't win any games in it, and they look like trash doing it. I mean, I enjoyed the gold helmet with the color rush. I felt like the Saints had the best color rush jerseys in the league when they had that. But all of a sudden, they want to Dennis Allen it up, and by that I mean just not make it look good. And they brought those black helmets. But thank God that they decided to go with the white helmets. I like it. I think that is a fresh start. It symbolizes a changing of the guard. And if you do some winning in those, everybody's going to want them. So, and I think everybody's still going to want them because it's pretty dope. I said it, man. When they start selling them joints, I'm going to buy it. Like I don't really buy too much Saint stuff. That's just not my thing, because I just feel like, players come and go, and I have like a cup every now and then, but most of the stuff that I get that's Saints related comes from my beautiful wife. She just knows that I love this team and I support the team and stuff like that. But other than that, man, I don't really buy too much of Saint stuff, to be honest with you. But it has to be like really, really cool, really, really dope. But this white helmet, I'm definitely going to buy. All right. For those that may be wondering, about the graphic behind me, that for the some of all right, if you're around my age or older, you know who that is. That is Morgus the Magnificent. He was very, very famous in New Orleans during the late, early 80s, 90s. He used to have like a show on WGNO, Morgus the Magnificent, along with his assistant Chopsley. And he used to have like this skeleton skull named Eric. And Eric used to have like this big, deep voice. I didn't ask you to do that. Zoom out. There you go. Anyway, the skull Eric used to scare the heck out of me, man. He used to have like this booming baritone voice, Morgus the Magnificent. Like it used to scare me. I mean, just imagine I'm Paxton's age. For those that don't know, Paxton is my son. He's 6. Imagine me being his age. I'm just scared to death, man. But Morgus the Magnificent is a legend among the city of New Orleans and people. So yeah, just thought that I would pay the legend some respect. May he rest in peace. But let's go ahead and read some of these comments, and yeah, we'll go from there. Yeah, they need to put the black with black and white with white. Man, what is going on here? What is going on here, man? What is going on? Nah, I'm just joking, man. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, Justin. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Maybe the color scheme would look better if they like aligned them with the right color scheme, right? If it was, the all black, the black helmet, and with the black pants and the black jersey, it probably would have looked better. But I just think that it's too synonymous with Dennis Allen, so I'm not a fan of it. I mean, I wasn't really no fan of it anyway. I didn't like the fleur de lis stripe. I mean, maybe if they put like a stripe similar to that helmet right there, maybe it would have looked better. But I just think they were doing way too much. It's like somebody, got themselves, a pound of that good and just like, you know what? I think what we need to do is, I think we need to make the fleur de lis a stripe. Sound like something, you think about when you have baked. Yeah, the only stuff I have is Breeze and Coastin and Camara. Yeah, I mean, I'm just not a collector. Like, no disrespect to anybody that collects, man. Kudos to you, but that's just not my thing. I've just never really been into sports and like memorabilia like that. Like, even when like in my office where I am right now, I mean, it's a collection of things that interest me. Like, when you all know, like for several episodes, my background consists of the Muhammad Ali Sonny Liston fight. My wife bought me this beautiful turntable picture that she thought would be pretty dope in my office, and I got a couple pictures. I got a picture of me at the Senior Bowl with Hendon Hooker, and then I got Josh Norman. I met him when I was on the sidelines of Coastal Carolina. He's an alumni there. The field is actually named after him. So yeah, I mean, it's a few things that I have that I collected over time that I thought was pretty dope. But at the end of the day, like I don't really do too much collecting, man. Let me stop right here before I get back into the comments. I do want to say thank you to everyone that checked out the first episode of the State of the NFL. Everybody that checked that out, I seen a lot of people that was on this channel come over and watch the State of the NFL. I want to say I appreciate that because some people then they probably just want to hear me talk about the Saints, and I understand that. But shouts out to everybody that is supporting the State of the NFL. And some people are saying they having issues finding it. It's probably because it's new, got to find its way through the algorithm. What I do is I'm going to go ahead and put that link inside of the comments. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put that inside of the comments so everybody can be able to check it out. I just wanted to let everybody know that came over there, man. It meant a lot. We're gonna grow that channel because we're gonna put out some consistent content, and we're gonna do some stuff that's entertaining, and hopefully I don't bore everybody to death on that channel, as we try to grow that. The next episode we're gonna be talking about the top quarterbacks in the NFL. That's gonna be the next episode, and also we're gonna be talking about the Washington Commanders, switching it up with the uniform, going doing a little bit of a throwback thing. So I put the link inside of the comments. If you want to check out the first episode of the State of the NFL, there you go. Make sure when you go over there, check it out and subscribe if you like the show. I remember watching Morgus growing up. Yeah, Morgus was, it was a great show, man. Like I used to really like it. I thought he was funny. I thought he was really funny. Do like it, yes. Show new era changing of the guard. I think that's the best thing, JPS. That's a good point. It's the fact that it's representing a new culture. And also, like I said, it's about giving the fans what they want. Fans have been wanting these helmets for a long time. Like I've seen so many graphic designers and so many different Saints fans that put, man, we need to make a white helmet. We need to do a white helmet. People modify different helmets on Madden, and they do the white helmet thing. This is something that fans wanted, and and the team listened. There's a couple things that are happening right now in real time that's telling you that the New Orleans Saints are trying to win back their fan base. Number one, they're opening up training camp to the crowd once again. Last year, it was in Irvine. It was hiding out, because it was hiding out Dennis Allen and Derek Carr because they knew what fans thought about those two, in my opinion. And they were saying that they didn't want distractions, but distractions from what? What are the distractions? So I just think that was a way for them to, get the fans back involved, and also, like I said, with these helmets. Now, some winning got to come with it, right? Like fans are turning a page, getting excited about the season, but some winning got to come with it. But we're a few weeks away. Like we are a few weeks away from watching some football games, right? It's preseason or not. Like football is on the way. Training camp is July 23rd. The players report July 22nd. So, man, football is like right around the corner. This is an exciting time as people start to like gear up. People start their channel. I know the NFC South Roundtable is coming back. I'm gonna be doing post game on Bleacher Report once again, and here on the State of Saints podcast and the State of NFL. So, man, it's gonna be an exciting season. I'm really looking forward to what the New Orleans Saints are going to do in training camp, and I'm also looking forward to preseason. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm looking forward to preseason because this is a time where I just feel like there are so many question marks surrounding the Saints. You got yourself a new coach, young quarterbacks, young running backs, wide receivers. Like, what are they going to do? New defensive scheme. Like, what is it going to look like? So many question marks surrounding the New Orleans Saints. I'm just excited to talk about it. I mean, this downtime that we have, it's so boring, man. And like I said, the shows that I've done, I just always want to have like some passion behind it, like care about what I'm talking about. And that's why I kind of tape it off a little bit, because I mean I just don't want to be doing shows for the simple fact of doing shows. And y'all know how I roll, man. I understand like what that can actually mean for numbers and all that kind of stuff, but I wouldn't want to, man. I wouldn't want to shortchange y'all, by just going out here just doing shows just to be doing them, man. When I'm behind this microphone, I want y'all to know that I'm 100% real, and I'm giving it to you 100%. Pause. You never boring, TJ. Just sub. JP, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I don't like to put people to sleep, man. I just don't. I see so many different podcasters, and that's one of the main reasons I don't like try to read like different things. Like I try to memorize the things that I'm going to talk about. I'll probably go to some notes, but I just feel like, man, some of the podcasts out here be putting you to sleep. I'm not saying like just Saints podcast. I'm just talking about podcasts in general, man. You got to have a level of energy. So that's why, like I said, when I get behind this microphone, I want to give it to you 100%. I don't just want to be sitting up here just talking, trying to coast through. This is not going to happen. Thank you, Soldiers of Many, who that for life, 39 years, fan. Wait, 39 years, what, is your birthday or something? Are you saying 39 years a Saints fan? What are we doing here? Bruh, I can't wait. Just sub to the new channel, TJ. Justin, I appreciate that, man. I think y'all gonna enjoy it, man. It's gonna be different. I'm not. It's not going to be how it is over here. Like it's not going to be over there. It's going to be a little bit different. It's not. It's going to be a different side of me when it comes to it. We're going to be talking football like we talking at the barbershop sometimes. This show right here. This. We try to keep it standard, but over there, man, we gonna keep we gonna we gonna act a fool on that channel once we grow it, man. Man, I could talk about my team every day. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could talk about like Addison. Can I sit up here and come up with topics to talk to you all about every single day? Absolutely. But is it to a point where I just know that okay, I'm gonna sit here for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, whatever how long we go, and give you like the energy that is necessary. Like it, I promise you, I don't care what's going on. Like it can be the most interesting story in Saints history. Like I'm not going to like do a podcast if I know I'm not going to give my all. If I know and I'm not focused and dialed in, I'm just not going to do it. But yes, I can talk about the Saints every day, just like you. I could agree with you on that. 39 years a Saints fan. Can't wait for the season. Okay, yeah, 39 years, a long time. Been a Saints fan as long as I've been alive. We're gonna win 10. We're gonna win 10 wins plus. Man, that energy, who that records, all that for. Well, you've been saying that for a while. I'm about to say I know a white helmet and didn't give you that type of motivation. It didn't give you that type of motivation. Yeah, but yeah, man, like I think that they're gonna win. Look, I did see this. They were talking Kellen Moore. They were saying that Kellen Moore, if he wins 6 or 7 games, that's a winning season in his first year. I don't know, man. I think that the Saints, I think they can win. I think they can win 8 games, man. I think they can win 8 games. Like if everything just goes right and the team is well coached and guys are playing hard, I mean, you can win 8 games. Daniel says, cheers. Yeah, I appreciate that, Daniel. Thank you. There's giving the eyes. I don't know if that's the eyes about the show, but I mean the podcast, then state of NFL or it was something else. But nah, if it's about the state of NFL, look, I don't want it to be like this show. I don't, like this show is going to be this show, and the state of NFL is going to be completely different. We gonna be entertaining over there. So, yeah, that's what I meant. Jersey and helmets. Not to, I kind of, I know what you meant. I just was joking. You said with the whites and the blacks. But I know what you meant, man. Even even if we don't, the energy of the players will be there and they will compete. That's all we want again. Yeah, just play hard. Just play hard, and people understand your imperfections. People understand that you're going to have some growing pains. But if you're just going out there just getting your cheek slapped, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody wants to see that, man. Nobody wants to see that every week. How strong do you expect the Saints' home field advantage to be this season? I think it's going to be strong. If look, Saints fans love the Saints, right? They're going to do their part. If they think that making a bunch of noise inside the Superdome going to help the team, they're going to do it. Because here's the thing. The issues that you might have had with the New Orleans Saints team, guess what? I just feel like it is time to mend the fences. It's time to turn the page. Seriously, folks, because if you didn't want Dennis Allen as your coach, you got it. If you didn't want Derek Carr as your quarterback, you got it. If you wanted a new head coach that had new ideas, new philosophy, kind of mirrors what the NFL is doing, you got it. So to me, if you got your lip poked out and still criticizing the team and all that, like you'll never be satisfied because everything that you've been asking for, including white helmets, the team is giving you. So I just say have a wait and see approach. I don't know what the season is going to be like, but it's worth it. It's worth going to the Superdome week 1 and cheering your heart out for a team that's trying to get better, that's trying to move in a different direction, that is trying to change the culture. It's worth it. If it wasn't worth it, then guess what? Like, I would be the first person like, man, don't even waste your time. If Dennis Allen, no head coaching tail, was back on the sidelines again, Dennis Allen it up on the sidelines, like killing the morale of the team, then I probably would have a different type of energy. But I have a wait and see energy because everything that we've been asking for, we kind of got. We kind of got the new coach, the new quarterback, the new defense, like a new Saints team. Don't know what it's going to look like, but I got to wait and see approach. So I'm not going to just be pessimistic about, something I haven't seen. No. If we get deep into the season and they looking like slow, then guess what? Then guess what, man? Then we can have a conversation. But right now, no games, no training camp, no nothing. Kind of hard for me to just be sitting up here getting mad about something I haven't seen. Eyes for 10 wins. I think we all have eyes for 10 wins. If we can get them 10 wins, it's gonna be a different type of energy here. Yeah, I'm gonna check out the state of NFL after this live. LOL sounded racist, but I knew what he meant. That's why I was saying like, it was just funny. It just was funny. The way he worded it. I say 8 to 10 wins. I would take the division back. Yeah, I mean, look, if you win the 10 games, that might be enough to win the division. But I expect all the teams in the South to be better. I expect for Carolina to be better. I expect for Atlanta to be better. I expect for Tampa, to be better as well. Like it's gonna be competitive. How competitive? I don't know. It could be competitive to a point where nobody wants to win a division like it's been over the last couple of years. Or it can just be competitive, like these teams are really trying to fight to make the playoffs. Love the white helmet better than the black ones with the color rush. Yeah, Cliff, no doubt about it, man. We already I don't know if you just tuned in, but the black helmets, they can exit stage left. They can exit stage left, man. I'm not look, and before I get to steel bill, I'm not saying get rid of the black helmets completely. I'm just saying if you want to modify them, it just with the stripe. I don't know, man. It just need a different type of vibe, different type of energy. Maybe like a thick stripe, going, across the top. Something, like that. The fleur de lis, like that's making the stripe. I wasn't feeling that, man. Wasn't feeling it. Wasn't feeling that at all. Let's see. As Dion said, you look good, you play good. Yep, that's the truth. That is the truth. Gotta look the part. Taking PTO from work to watch Dennis Allen era wax wish it would have gone to work instead. No energy on the field. None. That team didn't have no life. That team didn't have no life. Like that was like to me, that was like the worst era of Saints football. Because at least in the 90s when they were terrible, they were trying to win, which made it even more pathetic because they couldn't. But it was just bad, man. It's just the energy. It was a lot of lame energy, man. It was a lot of lame energy. Like seriously, it was a lot of fake tough guy bravado. Nah, man. I will love this team as long as I can. Yeah, I mean, I ain't saying don't don't like the team. Let's see. He was speaking segregation. Man, when Bull kind of, man, when full Bull kind of up in him, you got to keep the black and white separate. He was speaking. What non-NFL South team do you dislike the most? Oh, what? 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 What NFC South team I dislike the most? My good man, come on, man. Do I need to say it? The Falcons. I mean, that goes without saying. Like, we don't mess with them Falcons over here. Like, look, we respect them because look, we got to talk about them because doing an NFL show. So, never know, where that can, lead up. Might have to pop up at a training camp or something and talk about them. I don't know. But at the end of the day, yeah, it's the Falcons. I just like the Cowboys the most. I don't want to say, I can't get down with the fan base, man. The fan base delusional over there. And it's probably because I lived in Dallas for 5 years, right? Right after college, I moved out there, went to grad school out there, worked out there for a couple of years, and it just, man, that energy out there, man. Like them boys won a Super Bowl last night, like. But I don't know, man. They're gonna talk about them rusty rings they got, boy. I mean, and they're gonna go back and they're gonna watch that Super Bowl from 1995 on VHS. Like it was last year. I say Tampa going to take a step down. Carolina will take a step up, and the Falcons will do what they do best. Addison, look, I ain't gonna say Tampa gonna take no step back because I've been saying this for years. I mean, we've been saying like, man, Tampa ain't gonna do nothing. Like Tampa is the standard right now. Like, rather you like it or not, they find a way to win a division, and they do a really good job at building their football team. So until they get knocked down, I'm not going to bet against them, man. I'm going to say they're going to win the division again. I think if I look, taking all bias out of this, I got the Saints third in the division, and I got the Falcons last. Yes, watch every single game. They look bored. It was like watching golf, bro. The team I hate the most, the Falcons, Cowboys, Vikings, Rams, Seahawks, 49ers, Buccaneers, and Panthers. In that order? I'm going to say there's not a team that I just completely like just say I just hate. Like I just I just like messing with Falcons fans, man, because it's funny. Like it's funny. Like it's like somebody that, been at the crap table. Then all of a sudden, like they give them a $10 credit. And then all of a sudden, I'm back, baby, I'm back. Then they roll them dice again. Craps. And then all of a sudden, he want another credit. Yeah, I want it again. I'm back, baby. That's a Falcon fan. Falcon fans are like, any glimmer of hope they can find. Like, they don't wait. Like, they are so thirsty as a fan base. It's just funny. Because any type of success they can have, it could be minimal. It could be a game. They just let it go to their head, and they just start talking mad noise. It's just hilarious, man. I'm like, bro, like you sure you want to do that? Like you sure you want to do? You sure you want to spend your whole paycheck in this store? You sure you want to do that? You know you got your bills you got to pay. I mean, they just jumped the gun. Like, when they beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers twice, You couldn't tell them they weren't gonna win the division. You couldn't tell them they weren't about to run the NFC. And then they beat the Eagles too. Hilarious, man. I just like man. Somebody asked me, I can't remember it. If I don't know if it was King Arthur or someone else, but there was like, if the Saints came steamrolling out of the gate 6-0, like how would that make me feel? I would be excited, but I still wouldn't be sitting up here talking about, man, we about to win it all. Like Falcons, like they going a 3-4 game winning streak, boy. Man, what y'all gonna do? Wait till the rest of the season? You know what I'm saying? Till the season over, that's what we gonna do. I'm like, man, but you know, they just want something to cheer about so badly, man. They just do. And look, I can't blame them, man, because I feel the same way, you know, watching these Saints fans, watching the Saints, watching the fans. Like, I want the same thing, but I'm not about to jump out the window like that. Primetime games under Allen, we completely wet the bed every time. He and Loomis, reason we have no prime games this year, rightfully so, the way we looked. I'm not mad about the primetime games. I'm not mad at the primetime games. And the reason why I'm not mad about the primetime games is simple. Stay off the radar and earn them, right? We got to get back to earning things, right? I'm not trying to be the Cowboys. And by that, ladies and gentlemen, as I take my shoes off, what I mean by that is I'm not trying to live in a land of delusion where I'm still talking about, man, back in 2009, how many Super Bowls you got? They got one lonely Super Bowl that happened eons ago. It felt like it was centuries ago, because it was almost centuries ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, nearly. That's how it feels. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be like that. You got to earn your keep, man. Like, you ain't good. Like, you ain't good to nobody. You still talking about what you did. Like, man, I've been married going on 5 years, right? I'll be married 5 years next month, right? If I'm still like talking about, man, when we first met, you remember when I took you to that restaurant? I might not have a wife for very long. You know what I'm saying? like, look, you got to continue to build. Like, you got to continue to work. If you don't, then guess what? Like, nobody's gonna remember you, man. Like, you gotta earn your keep. And you know, man, I don't want to sound like them Cowboys, man. When I keep on bringing up, man, Drew Brees and the Saints back in 2009, like, nah, man, I ain't trying to be like that. I want to see this team continue to win. When they lost that 25-point lead in the Super Bowl, that was the best comedy show I ever seen. I was crying, laughing so hard. I couldn't believe what I saw. I'm serious. Like, I could not believe what I saw. I mean, I thought they was going to win the Super Bowl too. Because I think at the time, I tweeted, I said, man, now I'm going to have to hear these Falcon fans mouth all for the rest of my life about this. And sure enough, man, that was horrible. I think that might, like, there have been teams that have given up like bigger deficits, but I don't think there was a worse loss I've ever seen. Like, I don't think a loss could get any worse. There it is. I don't think a loss could get any worse than what happened with the Falcons, because of the magnitude of it, the meaning. Like, I'm thinking about what was that, Minnesota versus Indianapolis? And Indianapolis like blew, like they was up like 38-3 or something like that. And then all of a sudden, like, Minnesota came back, won the football game. Ironically, Matt Ryan was the quarterback in that game. But I'm just saying, like, the magnitude of, you know, it was just, man, it was heart-wrenching. Like, I still to this day can't watch a clip from the Minneapolis Miracle and the NFC Championship game. Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, I still to this day, like, I just hate playoff time, because at playoff time, This is the crazy thing about it. The New Orleans Saints in every single round had something that was just heart-wrenching that happened that they could just play on repeat. They lost in a wild card round to the Seahawks. Beastquake, right? The Marshawn Lynch angry run in a divisional round. So if you talk at divisional round moments, of course they're gonna have the Minneapolis Miracle, and then the NFC Championship game, of course, the controversial nine call. So now it's like every single round of the playoffs, something heart-wrenching happened to the New Orleans Saints that now we gotta see over and over and over again every single year. Like wild card weekend, you're gonna see Marshawn Lynch run. Divisional round, you're gonna see Stephon Diggs. NFC Championship, you're gonna see the controversial nine call. It's just pretty bad. Hopefully, the new coaching staff changes the culture. TJ, I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. I mean, that's what everybody hoping happens. I mean, nobody wants to sit up here and watch this team lose and wet the bed every single week. I don't know if I can take that, man. I mean, I'm gonna watch, but man, it's gonna be tough. Remember that NFC Championship game? I guess that was the divisional game versus the 49ers. Yeah, all on Jimmy Graham. Yeah, I remember that, man. That was a heartbreaking loss too. They should have won that game. Boy, I was so excited. I was at work. You thought I lost my mind. I was in the break room watching that game. And boy said, "Man, that boy crazy." When I saw him throw that ball, I was like, "Oh my God."
When I seen him throw that ball, I was like, "Oh my God."
Y'all know we can't just watch that one time.
When I seen him throw that ball, I was like, "Oh my God."
Oh man, that's gonna be funny forever, man. Let's see. Facts, TJ. Even a underrated heartbreak was Minnesota again when Rudolph caught that touchdown last second and sent us home in the first round. Yeah, man, that was bad. Yeah, that was bad right there. I really want to see them have fun again. Same here, man. But I like the way that Alontae Taylor talking, man. Alontae Taylor talking mad greasy now, man. Brother talking mad greasy. And with that just show, like, honestly, they're just telling me that things are different. Like, I don't think, like, with some of this old regime, you would have seen like Alontae Taylor on social media, like, going in like that. I like him talking noise like that. Like, shows his personality. I mean, I always think that he had a personality. But good to see that he's stepping up in that leadership role and he want people to keep those receipts. He gonna keep the receipts, right? 3 times Saints got robbed, but the no call was the worst. Yeah, that was terrible. Do you think Matt Ryan was overrated? No, I don't. Like, man, Matt Ryan was a good quarterback. Like, great? No. Like, Matt Ryan was a really good, like, sometimes like borderline elite quarterback. I mean, you got to give him credit. I mean, he won league MVP the year they went to the Super Bowl. So, I mean, no, I don't think he was overrated. I think he was talented. I think he was a good quarterback. I think he was solid, but there's levels to this. Like, everybody's not going to win the Super Bowl. Every quarterback puts up really good numbers, may give a team stability, but they probably not going to win no Super Bowl. Like, Matt Ryan fell into that category. He got there, but, he's a solid quarterback. Like, I ain't going to sit up here and say he was mid, because he wasn't. Like, he was above average, borderline elite at times. So I'm going to give him his credit. But, everybody can't win a Super Bowl. Everybody can't win a Super Bowl, man. Jared G, forever pain, cannot talk to anyone the rest of the day, man. I mean, there was another, the AFC Championship game came on, I believe. I mean, I ain't even watch. I think I went to bed, man. I think I went to sleep, man. That was hurtful. That was hurtful right there. Yeah, that no call has me sick. That was the worst sports moment of my life. I'm still not over it because we definitely would have played against the Tampa Bay Pats and won. Yeah, I mean, look, you would have. Hey, they would have. And I never watched that Super Bowl. I never watched that Super Bowl. But from what I hear, it wasn't very good anyway. It was boring. So I bet you the Saints would have, put up more points than what the Rams did. Is Matt Ryan in the Phillip Rivers and Eli Manning category? Phillip Rivers, yeah. Eli Manning, no. Nah. Now, I will say this. Without the Super Bowls, there wouldn't be that much degree of separation between them. I'm going to be honest with you. If Eli Manning wasn't sitting here with 2 Super Bowls, there wouldn't be that much separation. But you got to give Eli Manning the notch over those guys because he was able to win the ultimate game. But if we're talking about in the grand scheme of things, like I just look at them all basically the same, right? Eli Manning was above average, sometimes, borderline elite. Phillip Rivers was above average, somewhat borderline elite. And so was Matt Ryan. I kind of put them in the same category. I wanted to fight TJ real-ish. I was heated after that no call. I think, man, everybody was hot. Everybody was hot. Giants just had a good defense. Man, Eli made some plays now, man. I ain't about to do him like that, man. I ain't about to like that like him and Flacco. They look like 2 different quarterbacks during the postseason. Like, I don't know what it is about Joe Flacco. I don't know what it is about Eli Manning. They look about as pedestrian as somebody walking across the street during a regular season. But when that postseason happened, I mean, they look like they have an out-of-body experience and they switch bodies with Johnny Unitas, Tom Brady or something, like Joe Montana. Like, I don't know what happened, but man, but Eli will make some plays, man. I ain't about to do Eli like that. I ain't about to just say, he got carried. He made some plays in them playoff games. Now, it was accompanied by some good defenses. Defense stepped up, made some plays, but Eli had to make some throws too. Eli Apple and Adebo can go down as our worst defensive backs. Debo was a little better. Paulson Adebo was good for the Saints. He was good for the Saints. I ain't got nothing against him. Man, went out there and got himself some money. I'm not mad at that, man. I thought he was a solid cornerback. He was, a little bit of a ball hawk. He's a physical guy, a little handsy at times. But when the Saints need a turnover, he was there. He was a smart player. Still is. And I expect for him to do big things for the Giants. I like Paulson Adebo. I like Paulson. I think that he was a good cornerback for the Saints. Now, Eli Apple, on the other hand, I mean, he had like a little stretch. I'm going to say about 3 or 4 games where, he was holding it down when Lattimore was down. But other than that, man, smoke like brisket up in there, man. Smoke like brisket. Let's see. I mean, people call me, text me, email me, social media, didn't respond. Only calls I got was from my dad and my brother. No one else. Yeah, man, it was dark days during that time. Flag machine, TJ. Yeah, I mean, but he was handsy. But just because he was handsy don't mean he was a bad cornerback, right? I mean, it's hard to play the cornerback position. I don't think those brothers get enough credit for the things they do. Like, it's probably the hardest position to play. Like, quarterback and cornerback, they'll tell you are 2 of the hardest positions to play. Just imagine somebody running a 4.2 40, you lining up against him, and you got to run backwards and match his speed. Like, that's hard, bro. And then, I mean, I'm not going to say he was bad because he was handsy. Man, technique needed some work, but, man, I seen worse. Like, I seen worse corner. Like, come on, man. If you've been around the Saints long enough, you, my friend, have seen some bad cornerback play. I've seen worse. Yeah, do you got some flags throwing on them? Yeah. I mean, but got to be physical to be a cornerback, man. Sometimes those referees let it go, but then when guys start developing a reputation, I feel like they get a little bit ticky-tacky with them, you know? Because I be seeing some elite cornerbacks out there be getting the BOD, the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do. So, Fred Thomas, Jason David, and Brandon Brown, yeah, definitely. Definitely. I mean, that's the Mount Rushmore of mid. Well, that ain't even mid of brisket. Got the brisket boys. There it is, right there. The brisket boys. Stay smoke. Stay smoke. David was the worst cornerback we ever had, along with Browner. There was one game he played against the Green Bay Packers. That boy played the game of his life. That boy played the game of his life. But that was the Saints' fault. That man was a slot corner, and the Saints paid him like outside. I remember one time, man. This is what I knew it wasn't gonna work. The Saints played against the Texans, and he had to guard a young Andre Johnson. Andre Johnson was beating this dude like he was separated so far away from Jason David. You would have thought Jason David was the referee. You know how the referee just be running behind the player just to make sure they don't step out of bounds or whatever like that, or no foul play takes place. Yeah, it's kind of like, I mean, that's how Jason David chasing after Andre Johnson. I'm talking about 20, 25 yards of separation. I'm talking about college. Separation. It's like watching Alabama take on UMass or something. You know, like it was bad, man. That's what I knew. I'm like, man, y'all could have kept that. Y'all could have kept that money. Desi, unfortunately, always reps is the Saints since Goodell became commissioner. Well, honestly, it's been themselves lately. I guess Goodell said, well, my work here is done. You know, no Sean Payton. My work here is done. They'll pretty much take care of themselves now. They'll pretty much take matters into their own hands. He's like, I don't even have to intervene no more. Shoot, they intervening for themselves. Let's see, cornerback, quarterback, two positions that really test you. Yep, tough, man. Tough position. Man, TJ Corey White, people forget about him. Yeah. I mean, if a tree falls in the woods and, nobody's around, does it really make a sound? If Corey White was on your team and nobody really knew he was on the roster, like, does he really exist? You know, like, I mean, Corey White was out there. You know, like they have a saying when somebody say, when we was, people know, like some of you may know, I was a theater minor, right? So I used to do theater, and when I was at Jackson State, and there were some people that were really good at their own on-stage performances. I like to believe that I was one of those individuals. And then you'll have people up here that probably had a pipe dream, probably watched a Madea play or two and thought that they was going to do something. And, the performance wasn't up to snuff. So we would say, like, man, they would ask, how did I do? And we'd be like, man, you was up there. Man, you was up there, man. Boy, you was up there. You know, you ain't got nothing good to say. You was up there. Like, when it comes to Corey White, I mean, you was there, bro. You was there. You was there, man. I don't care what nobody say. You was there. All right? That's the way I feel about Corey White. I mean, he ain't really do enough. But we're betting on the New Orleans Saints. We're not betting, but we're talking about the Saints' white helmets. What do you all think about them? Are they fire or are they not? Fire or not? Now, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know what I think. I thought they were fire. All right? The Saints helmet is fire. Flaming. On fuego. Think it's hot. Make it hot. They fire, man. Hey, man, what y'all think about me doing these graphics now, man? Look at it. Look at that. I'm working on trying to, create different graphics and stuff like this. So I just been working on some different things, man. I want to just try to implement for the podcast. We got the green screen in the back, man. You know what I'm saying? We projecting things. We got the good resolution now, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the webcam. Man, we came a long way. We went from not having a webcam at all to having a top-notch webcam here, So, we moving up, man. Moving up like Jefferson. Helmet is fire. Even fans from other teams send me the link saying they like it. Yeah, I think they got the best helmets in the league right now. You never know about the new team. Yeah, you really don't know. I see a lot of people say that they fire. I agree. All right. If somebody said that they not, they must be a Falcon fan. All right. I'm sorry that they got y'all jerseys looking like they y'all remember them FUBU jerseys from the early 2000s? Y'all remember Falcons, I don't know if they were. I think they kind of like just, they just basically canceled those. Y'all remember they had like the little red and then it trickled down to the black. All they were missing was the 05 on the back and FUBU. That's it. That's it. That's what they jerseys. Y'all remember the FUBU jersey used to blend, like they start off at red at the top and then they kind of fade down to a different color. That was the Falcon jersey looked like. Them boys got rid of them quick. And they had the big ATL on the front. Yeah, that wasn't it. That wasn't it, dog. They better than what they had. Yeah, look. Yeah, they are better. Let's see. Season can't get here soon enough. Yeah, man. It can't, man. I'm just excited about it. I'm excited to talk about the Saints, man. You came a long way, TJ. Proud of you. Keep it up. Yeah, man. It's been Yeah, we came a long way, man. When we first started to do this podcast, it was in my 1-bedroom apartment. Me and my wife's 1-bedroom apartment. And I used to do like recording like in a closet where I can just drown out like all the noise. And I used to have my iPhone 10 and I used to record. And I just used to get like pictures that kind of coincide with what I'm talking about. And went from that to my general manager at the radio station I was working at, which now I serve as the general manager. He gave me my first webcam, believed in my dream, and bought me a webcam, man, a Logitech, 1080p. I was so grateful to that. Then we went from that to we moved into a 2-bedroom apartment when we had Paxton. And that's when I started to do live stream. So, it was like almost 2 years. Like I nobody really saw my face. 2020, that's when I really like started doing live streaming. But yeah, man, we came a long way. That's why I say when people like talk about, question of work or anything like that, to talk about, the type of podcast I am, like, that's why I take kind of offense to it. 'Cause I'm like, man, I've been here for a long time. I've been doing it for a long time. So, we put in a lot of hard work over here. And it's not always easy when, sometimes, you putting everything you have into it and then somebody just turns around and just say, oh, you just that negative guy, It don't even really give you an opportunity or a chance. And sometimes doors get slammed in your face, man. You gotta have like really thick skin to do some of these things, man. And not take things so personal and just believe and stay true to yourself. That's why a lot of people, they end up like flaking out because, you gotta, man, that passion got to keep you warm at night and keep you going. Because it definitely ain't gonna be people sometimes. No, TJ, not FUBU. Yeah, man, FUBU for us, by us. Yeah, TJ, much respect to you. I've been watching for years. I love to see you grow and thank you for all you do for the Who Dat Nation. Nah, man, thank y'all, man. Y'all can be watching something else. Y'all could have, stopped watching me, but supported the things that I do. And look, man, I'm just getting started, man. I just want this show to grow. But I'm just never going to like shortchange myself or like turn into something that I'm not in order for me to like generate more interest. I'm just not going to do it, man. I'm just not. I'm pretty sure if I changed the way that I did certain things, maybe I would. But that's why I take so much pride in the people that follow the channel. Like, because you follow me because of who I am, not what a caricature or whatever. Let's see. You put God first. I went from cutting hair in a garage to doing it in Mississippi and Louisiana at the same time. Yeah, man. I mean, you take one step, God try to take two for you. You just got to believe in your dream, man. That's why I tell people, like, you got to believe in what you're doing, man. Like, looking at other people and what they got going on, like, all that stuff is just going to, like, tear you down and just try to, like, deter you from, reaching your full potential. That's why, man, I root for everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? I see people out here grinding. I see people doing good stuff, man. Like, I'm happy for them. Like, I'm serious, man. I'm a big up people that work hard. I'm a big up people that I see out there doing different things, like I was watching KOZ, I was watching him, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he had Sinker on the show. Like, I don't think people understand like how hard it is for like to reach out to this representation and get these dudes when you don't have like a credible name. Like you don't have somebody like, oh man, my name is such and such, right? Like that's not easy. Like when I see them brothers over there, on the Saints block party, like getting guys like Greg Cosell on the show and Mike Golick's son, got him on the show. Like that's not easy to do. And I just, when I be seeing like only a handful of people like not watching that, I'm like, come on, man. Like you know how hard that is to do? That's not easy, man. So, I respect anybody that goes above and beyond. I mean, when you out here like putting your foot to the pavement, when you out here like really trying to grind, and then you have like people that don't even have a profile face, telling you that you ain't this, you ain't that, like miss me with that, man. I want to see you do it. Your style is different. You make each one of us feel like we are having in-person conversation about what we love, along with jokes. Yeah, man, because that's what it's about, like having a good time. We might stare off, talk about something different like we doing right now. Might go back talking about the team. And, and I understand, like people just want, they probably want stats and, and all that other stuff. Like, we'll get to that. But I like to have conversations about the team like I'm talking to my friends because I'm talking to my friends. A lot of you I never met in person, but I've grown to look at you all as friends. Like we talk about the team every single episode. We give our perspective. When we open up the phone lines, you call in. Sometimes when I have these live, on location events, show up, shouts out to Hoodie. Shouts out to Chosen, like, man, different people. Zach, came and showed up. So, man, you develop a friendship. So that's the way it's not like I try. It's the fact that it is. Like some people have been here like since the very beginning. Some people midway. Some people just started. But wherever you fell in, that's the type of energy I want to have over here. Having a conversation, talk about different things, laugh, crack a few jokes, make a few parody songs. That's what I'm on, Now, if I wanted to sit down and really just want to talk X's and old Willies and Joes, I can, but everybody does that. TJ, I love the podcast. Much respect to you. What you do for Who That Nation, TJ, I'm one of your biggest supporters. I stay watching you and support you. And I thank you for that. I really do. I appreciate it. I don't take none of that for granted. I really don't. Would you want your son to play any form of sports when he gets older? I mean, he play whatever you want. Look, I'm not gonna be one of them dads that just like lives vicariously through my son to try to push him to do something. Now, when it comes to football, like I'm introducing him to sports. Like, so right now, he's in a flag football league. He's been in since he was 4. He's 6 now, so 2 years. He's played T-ball. soccer. I introduced him, and right now he's swimming. That's my wife thing. My wife used to go to Y all the time growing up. She can swim and all that kind of stuff. She wants him to do it. Cool. But yeah, I introduced him to sports. But if he came to me and said to me, Dad, like, I don't want to play sports anymore, like, okay. But it can't be like you had a bad game or you had a bad practice, coach was yelling at you, like, nah, get your tail back out there. But nah, I wouldn't, I ain't trying to push it on him. But if he does become an athlete, I mean, good for him. That'll be great. But, if he wants to become a doctor, or something else, like, you got to be no doctor. As long as it's a respected profession in the world, I'm good. I don't need him to, I don't need him to, be a football player or a basketball player, be whatever he wants. But he does like football now. Every day he wants to throw the football with me. And he's getting better at catching the ball. Just need to get that boy to start running in routes and start moving them feet, He'll be running like he got cement in his shoes. But other than that, man, once we get over him, being able to run a little bit, he got speed, man. He just be running like he ain't got any. But nah, man, I'm proud of my little man. He out there, he doing his thing, man. I came in a fold in 2021, been enjoying it. Great work and great content. Cliff, I appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate you all, man. I say some of you, man, been around so long. Speaking of my son, and some of y'all been around so long, y'all probably remember him as a baby. Like, like not saying anything at all. Cause I used to do like several episodes, him just like sitting on my lap, we talking sports. Not cementing the shoes. He go no, JP, seriously, Mike. He got some speed, but like, man, you gotta teach kids how to run. Like, some kids just can't run. Like, they fast, they quick, but they just don't know how to use it. That's what he is. He quick, but he just don't know how to use it. Tell Hoodie Jew who that family miss you, man. I got to catch him. Yeah, man. Shouts out to Hoodie, man. I mean, he does shows periodically, from what I know, man. But, I'm pretty sure he'll be back during the season. TJ, salute. Hope all is well with you and your family. Did you do your top 10 Saints going into the 2025 season, maybe a future stream? Thank you for all you do. Say it. Who that? Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Look, no, I didn't do one yet, but that's look, I always tell you, I'm always open to ideas. Like, please send them to me. stateofthesaints@gmail.com. Send me some ideas. Like, I'm not one of those people, man, how dare you send me an idea? Nah, man, send me ideas. Like, sometimes, man, life, like, seriously, life, got family, radio station, all this other stuff, you got going on. Sometimes, man, some things fly past me or slip through the cracks. Shouts out to Jerry, man. Jerry, like, does a really good job at, like, emailing me just different stuff. And I'm appreciative of that because he don't have to do it. Like, if something going on, like, he always like emails me. Like, he'll be like, this going on. This person said this about the son. Like, like, I appreciate that kind of stuff because you don't have to do that. Like, you really don't have to do that. So yeah, I'm always looking like for like different ideas, show topics, so please do. Like, please do, man. But we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. But I do want to say thank you for checking out the State of the Saints podcast. Shouts out to everybody, whether you came in at the beginning, in the middle of the show, or at the end, or you're probably one of them after show boys.
Shouts out, shouts out, shouts out, shouts out, shouts out to them after show boys. Shouts out, shouts out, shouts out, shouts out, shouts out. To them after show boys, they be tweeting and be posting, they be tweeting and be posting, they be tweeting. Yeah, them after show boys, they be tweeting and be posting, they be tweeting and be posting, they be tweeting. Yeah, them after show boys.
Shout out to all the after show boys and after show girls out there. And speaking of Hoodie, thank you very much for the $4.99 hoodie. Hoodie says, say his name and he appears. I believe in Hoodie. I believe in hoodie. From London and Paris to Tokyo. Everybody asking when you gonna do your next show. I said, I believe in hoodie. I believe in hoodie. Boom. Wave your hands from side to side. Shout out to Hoodie, man. Hey, man, what y'all think about that song on the fly? Shout out to Hoodie Jude, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Yeah, man, but we're going to go ahead and wrap it up, man. But I really do appreciate you all for tuning into the State of the Saints podcast. Be on the lookout. State of the NFL podcast. I put the link inside of the comments. That was a while back. I'm going to go do it again. Episode number 1 was underway. We talked about Trey Hendrickson, the former New Orleans Saint. We talked about the quarterbacks finding a new home. We talked about Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Justin Fields, how they're going to pan out. Are they going to be a boom or bust for their new team? Next episode, we're going to be talking about the top quarterbacks in the National Football League, according to yours truly, and getting into the Washington Commanders, taking it throwback when it comes to their new, or to some, design of their jerseys they're going to be wearing throughout the 2025 season. But be sure to subscribe to this channel as well, if you have not already. Hit that like button. Let everybody know that you enjoy the State of the Saints podcast. People, I need to get those likes up. I really do. I don't ask for much. Just hit that like button. If you enjoy the show, you constantly look at it, need you to hit that thumbs up, man. It is going to be the way that, the show can be able to grow. Know so many people watching, and I appreciate it, but just take a few seconds and hit that like button. I will really appreciate that. But check me out on X at TJAY Jones 8. Previous episodes available right here on YouTube. Saints Talk with Timothy J. Jones. New episode every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Well, let me take that back. I think we're going to transition now to the regular season. I think today was the final Saints Talk that is going to be weekly. We're going to be doing like things periodically, and of course the post game once the season starts. So I'll keep you all posted on that. But there are episodes that are available right now on the Bleacher Report, so make sure that you check it out. Till next time, all I got to say is, who dat?
Thank you for listening to my daddy's podcast. Please subscribe to our channel.
All I got to say is, who dat?